bet those songs on the jukebox at Pokey's have brought back some fond memories for you all, am I right? I could tell by the applause, but let me say it is now time to redirect your attention to that other entertainment genre of the times, the television, as we take you back to the TV shows of the 60s and 70s. Yes, you can stop humming that song, Dream a Little Dream, because it's all about I Dream of Jeannie. You can say goodbye to Pat Boone and hello to Daniel Boone. You can take those boots that were made for walking and trade them in for your cowboy boots on Bonanza. You can say, step aside, Quando, Quando. It's time for the Lone Ranger and Tonto. Yes, I was a fan of those TV shows in the 60s and 70s, and let me tell you, there were a lot of them. Alas, so many shows, so little time to talk about them this evening. But this being a Showtime production, there's always time to sing about them. And it just so happens I wrote a song about those TV shows. And I'd like to share it with you this evening because I suspect that the shows that I was watching were the same ones that you were enjoying. Now, to bring this to you tonight, I am joined once again by my musical director, the always talented and charming Joan Martin. And together, we bring you the TV Tell Overture. Now, let me just say, hold on tight, because I watched a lot of TV. So let's have some fun with it this evening. Joan, work your magic. Make me sound better than I really am. Sit down, turn it on, had to watch TV, CBS, ABC, into NBC, had to watch, had to know all about my shows, had to be in the TV, no Brady Bunch, Batman, and Daniel Boone, Gilligan, Mary Ann, and the Skipper too. Lost on a cruise, did they get rescued? Car 54, tell me where are you? What's my line, tell the truth, or take a chance of what's behind door number 2? Here's a couple notes, now listen up, and tell me, can you name that tune? Who can turn the world on with her smile, and make things suddenly worthwhile? It's Rhoda's friend who once was Laura Petrie for a while. Ben Casey and Quincy say elsewhere, Dr. Kildare, he was our McDreamy before Grey's Anatomy. That girl Dorstay and the Flying Nun, Mr. Ed Kojak, Sanford and Son, Different Strokes, Good Times, the Jeffersons, Tarzan, and my 3 sons, Star Trek, Dark Shadows, and Lost in Space, McCloud, Columbo, and Paper Chase. Perry Mason won a weekly case, Mia Farrow starred on Peyton Place. Rich Man, Poor Man was a mini-series show. Nick Nolte was the cute one, but he did not have the dough. ABC brought us the series roots. 100 million watched it, but I was not in that group. On the Thornbird set in Aussie, Doc Kildare was back, but as a priest. Up at Cabot Cove, Mrs. Fletcher wrote a murder mystery every week. On the prairie, Laura Ingalls had a little house that she called home. And strange things always seemed to happen in the Twilight Zone. Back then we had no American Idol show, but we had Merv Griffin, Mike Douglas, and Dinah Shore. I Spy, Mod Squad, and the FBI. Here's Lucy, Mash, and Gomer Pyle, Adam 12, the Saint, the Prisoner. What was that bubble floating there? Who's the boss? Full House, the Facts of Life, Doc Torrey, and Macmillan, and Wife, Gidget, Get Smart, and Cousin It. Just the facts, ma'am. Who shot J.R., or was it a dream like his brother? Richie on those happy days was Opie once in Mayberry. Sorry about that, Chief. Great Caesar's ghost. We got a really big show. I'm sure you figured out by now that as a kid I sat around the TV. It made me what I am, those shows of which I was a fan. I got my smarts from Jeopardy, my fashion sense from Dynasty, a passion for the military from watching F Troop and McHale's Navy. My TV kept me entertained, my interest in it never waned, no. Sit down, turn it on, had to watch TV, ABC, CBS, NBC. My mother always said to turn that TV off and read a book, but I said no. I had to watch the TV shows. They were my life. I watched them all. I so enjoyed those TV shows. They gave me joy. I love the Waltons best. Good night, John Boy. Here's Joan Martin. Thank you. Thank you. All right, now that we've got your TV juices flowing, let's bring up the house lights because it's now time to play Name That TV Show Theme Song. Now here's how it's going to work. Joan is going to play a little tune on the piano. You're going to then have the opportunity to yell out what TV show that theme song came from. Let me just say, Joan is the only one that knows what theme songs are going to be played this evening. She has stumped the audience and moi 2 times in the past 4 days, or 3 days. And here she is with tune number 1. Anybody have any idea? Obviously, Joan watched different shows from the rest of us. Gunsmoke, somebody had it. All right, everybody, tune number 2. Not Gilligan's Island. What one is it? It's Andy Griffith's show. And our final Name That Tune song. Dun, 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 dun. And the answer is the Beverly Hillbillies. It was a different version than I'm familiar with, but a version nonetheless. Thank you very much. You've been a great audience. And now, some more television memories.